Is all of Broly's goodness as good as done? Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now, one of my more colourful what-ifs returns to the world of What If Weekly with much fanfare. And why is that? Well, it was the first of its kind. And no, I'm not talking about Broly being the legendary Super Saiyan or anything. I'm talking about something that's a bit more fourth-wall-y, about the idea that Broly's scenario was the first on this channel to be the subject to the rules of the April Fool What If. Now, what do I mean by this? This first episode came out on April 1st, 2018, and so the rules of a typical what if that I usually stick to don't apply as rigidly, and therefore we can have a little fun and use whatever sources we can find, be they movies or TV, to make this story work and be entertaining. And this being the movie of Broly, we can now use the movies. So, to ask the question, as I'm sure that you've been waiting for, what if Broly turned good? I know that these days that the idea of Broly turning good is pretty much de facto with the actual Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. The Broly that we saw there is the now superior version of the character, something that we never thought possible. As well, he was a good boy from the start. He just needed proper guidance as well as a father who didn't want to use him as some kind of tool for the purposes of revenge. That would have been kind of good too. That story worked like a charm, and we all felt for Broly. We wanted him to do good. But as for the old one, that was a pretty tricky one to justify until now. Thanks to the wonders of amnesia, Goku can attest to that trope. Or can he, because he wouldn't remember. Broly now has no idea about his more monosyllabic past, as well as his original intentions in coming to Earth. That being said, if you have been paying attention to the story as of now, things lately in the Universe 6 saga have been beginning to get a little hairy in regards to the boy's goodness, as well as his general frame of mind. Vegeta, his newfound mentor, as well as his training partner, has got his work cut out for him now. In the last part, Broly and the others have begun to fight for Universe 7 and the safety of their Earth from the clutches of Champa and his wicked appetite. So far, so good for Universe 7, because everything up until the point that Hit comes into play had gone according to plan. That is until, indeed, we got to Hit and Vegeta's battle, and he was bested by the Merc's time skip ability, which, I say again, we're in the days of that being genuinely unbeatable and genuinely awesome. Broly had to step up, and he proved to be a much bigger challenge for Hit, but not in the way that you or he would have expected. Broly wasn't much stronger than his master, but he was more unpredictable, harder to get a feel of, and when you rely on a lot of your fighting style on trying to predict stuff, your entire existence is about to go south. Things aren't looking good for Broly, but what is looking good is the deal from today's sponsor, NordVPN. This service is something I hugely rely on in regards to my privacy online, especially since I'm now going traveling around the UK and America for the next couple of months. Also, if you're going to Anime Expo this year in LA, I'm going to be there with the TFS crew. I need to be protected, and Nord's got my back, thankfully, by offering me thousands of servers in Europe, Asia, America, and Africa to shield my personal information. These servers from over 60 countries keep me safe thanks to the inclusion of military-grade encryption technology and an easy-to-use interface that looks just about as good as the new Broly movie did, am I right? NordVPN's crowning feature is that you don't need to be an expert in internet security to use it. Within a couple of seconds and a couple of taps, you're good to go. And if you go to nordvpn.com/Masako, you're able to get a 3-year plan. That's right, 3 years, you heard me right, for just $2.99 a month. And on top of that, if you then enter the code Masako as well at checkout, you get a bonus month of use for free. So give NordVPN a go by visiting nordvpn.com/Masako and use the code Masako for that free month and ready yourself for a summer of fun safe from snooping eyes. But all eyes today are on Broly and his mind. Beerus and Whis are witnessing Broly becoming more and more erratic, and Beerus isn't liking what he is seeing. "Saiyans, what is going on with your lackey? Don't tell me I bought a pup of a fight or I backed the wrong horse or whatever kind of hyperboles that you earthlings say." Goku isn't sure what's going on either. Broly seemed just fine a second ago, but Vegeta has an idea about what might be happening and he isn't sure whether he should share it with the group right now. Broly's mind is being torn apart by the frustration of not getting his way. And it kind of makes sense. Up until now, Broly had been relatively more powerful than any villain that they'd come across with him there as part of the team, which upon reflection, wasn't that many villains. Boo was nice before he had the chance to escape the sealed ball, remember that? You know, Broly just pointed his hand at Babidi and Dabura and they were blown away in an instant. You know, the Boo saga didn't even happen. And Frieza, when he came back, he was taken out as part of a double act with his master, so they were able to succeed, they got what they wanted. Now I know what you're thinking. Beerus bested him in the previous parts, so yeah, Broly's been defeated before, but that was really comprehensive. Broly had been beat without even processing what had happened, so he couldn't even get frustrated, he didn't have the time. With Hit though, this is the first time since Broly came to Earth, or indeed actually ever, even before he lost his memory, that he'd fought someone who was nearly on his level and yet he couldn't phase. It was beginning to get to him, and his mind was also beginning to melt. Now Vegeta's own mind is firing on all cylinders. What does he do? Does he interfere and risk the disqualification of Universe 7 for trying to interfere and interrupt a battle? Or does he wait it out and just see what Hit tries to do? After a tense few moments, Beerus and Vegeta are looking at each other and back to Broly with a look of nervous tension across both of their faces. However, Broly, he's beginning to tire, but not before he lets out the ultimate example of frustration, a scream which shakes the planet. He then lets out a huge mouth beam of green energy, like you tend to see in the Broly movie and in the original movies, which shoots up into the sky and shatters the sphere that protects the arena from the harsh environment outside. And with Vados and Whis quick to repair it though. That is something that Goku and Vegeta have seen before. Ki overflowing. But Hit has seen enough. With a blue aura, he improves his skills and knocks Broly out cold. Universe 7's Broly has been KO'd! The winner of this contest is Hit of Universe 6! Vegeta collapses to the ground, absolutely exhausted and terrified. They'd gotten very lucky. Broly's body is on the floor of the arena and covered in bruises from all of the times that Hit had gotten him. Goku and Vegeta then gather around Broly, heading on down to the arena and helping him up and then back to the Universe 7 area to then kind of recover and regain consciousness. When Broly comes to, he spots Vegeta and apologizes for his behavior, but when Goku tries to talk to him, Broly doesn't say anything. He just looks at Goku's hand and doesn't do anything. Not at all. It just kind of just stays there. But then Broly gets up and walks over to the other side of the green area, away from everybody else, blanking Goku in particular. What was that about, Vegeta?
I don't know, Kakarot. Go bother someone else. It's your turn next anyway.
Oh yeah, cool. See you when it's over, Jeets. He goes back to the arena getting ready for, indeed, his match with Hit. But this time, Hit starts off the fight by actually talking to Goku, unlike in the original, saying, "A word of warning before we begin our match."
Oh, wow, you talk? Cool. I didn't think you were the talking type. So, yeah, what's the warning about? Oh, don't tell me. Are you gonna warn me about your strength, that you're the strongest being there ever was? Cause, don't bother. I don't need a warning.
Your friend is in great danger. I know what he is. He is the being that destroyed your South Galaxy.
What? How do you know that?
I have lived over 1,000 years. I have seen many things, heard many things. Words of a whole galaxy disappearing in a matter of seconds, it's not something that you hear every day. That monster is not to be trusted.
Goku is now looking a little nervous, but more serious when he responds.
I don't know where you got your facts from, but you're wrong. Broly isn't like that anymore. He's changed. He's on our side.
Are you sure about that? Looked to me that he was one scream away from blowing this planet to Kingdom Come and everyone with it. If I hadn't stopped him, who knows what may have happened. Be careful, Saiyan. Now, shall we get this over with? Hit gets into his stance, and the match begins with Goku even more determined than before to win. Broly watches the match play out from a distance, and it goes like it does in the original, with Goku and Hit going all out, getting Kaioken times 10, and then Beerus and Champa bickering to the point where basically Hit grows tired of all of this and just forfeits the match out of sheer contempt. Now remember,
There is no Monarcha here because we got a full team. Since Goku got the win and won the tournament for Universe 7, it means that that team gets the chance to make a wish on the Super Dragon Balls. That is until after Zeno comes down and does his thing with everybody spooking the heck out of everyone, and then being inspired to do the Tournament of Power after meeting Goku. But more on that later. Once Goku recovers enough to walk, he walks over to Broly and pats his shoulder, to which the other Saiyan recoils and looks angry.
Whoa, Broly, calm down. I know it's been real tense up to now, but we won. That means we can wish for South Galaxy to be restored. Isn't that what you always wanted?
South Galaxy. Yes, that's what Broly want.
You okay there, buddy? You seem a little off.
No, Broly is fine. Let's go wish Galaxy back.
It's been ages since Broly talked that way. Just what did Hit do to him? The time has then come for the wish to be made, with Whis and Beerus ready to make the wish indeed, and Vegeta orders Broly to request his wish.
Broly wish for South Galaxy back.
Whis looks a little puzzled. You mean you wish for it to be restored?
Yeah, that.
Very well. And then Whis makes the wish to Super Shenron in the traditional godly manner, which is basically Japanese backwards if you weren't curious, and with also pretty peas and carrots. The wish is made, and as if by magic, South Galaxy has been magically restored to its former self before Broly had evaporated it. And immediately, King Kai can sense that the South Kai is over the moon with his home back and ready to go back to it, and that they kept his word.
Oh, King Kai, oh, this is marvelous. Be sure to tell that Broly boy that all is forgiven. Yeah, about that. You might want to keep the receipt on your Galaxy, dude. What? I don't know what's up exactly, but that boy might be heading down a slippery slope. I just hope my own boys can do something about it before that happens.
Back on Earth, Vegeta has begun to breathe a little more easily now that they've had a chance to recover and just chill out for a little bit. Back to their routine of training and whatnot. Broly's mind has actually since calmed down a little bit since coming back to Capture Corp, and also his speech has returned to normal. He was even more willing to engage in conversation with Goku again, something which the Saiyan was very glad to witness. When Broly is having a break and playing with Trunks and Goten, Goku and Vegeta are then having a conversation, something that doesn't often happen, which makes Goku think that whatever Vegeta wants to talk to him about, it must be something serious.
I didn't want to talk about this in front of Broly, but I think we may be in trouble. There's something about that Super Saiyan Blue power and his fight with that purple man that set him off for some reason. That power isn't mixing well with his natural power. Even when he's fine, his hair is a different shade to ours. Can't you see it? Something isn't right. He's like a time bomb ready to explode.
Okay, so what do we do? Do we just bump him on the noggin again and hope he forgets it all?
Vegeta looks at Goku with incredulity.
I'll give you a bump on the noggin in a minute, you dolt! What we do is have Broly avoid any confrontations for the time being. Better yet, find those Dragon Balls and wish for Broly's mind to be manipulated so that he never remembers his past. If he remembers what you mean to him, it could spell doom for us all. We might be seeing more than South Galaxy disappear soon.
Goku looks intense at him, and then Broly, who is casually drinking a fizzy drink as if nothing bad has happened at all. They really don't want to have to deal with him again at full strength. Sure, they have Beerus and Whis to help this time, but there is no guarantee that they will indeed help and take their side. They may be on their own. And so, for the next couple of months, Goku and Vegeta do what they can to make sure that Broly's life is as calming as possible. Even with the Potofu arc, they managed to distract Broly by asking Bulma to ask him to help out with chores and carrying important rocket parts around for the engineer. You know, just help out around the factory. And the workers are looking pretty astounded that this one guy is able to carry around hundreds and hundreds of tons of equipment like it was just a bag of groceries or something.
But Dr. Bulma, we've got the latest technology and transportation craft to do that. We've got the cars to do the job. Well, what are you doing?
But those cost money, retorts Bulma. If I could save a few hundred zennies worth of fuel, I'll take that opportunity, thank you.
And so, we then come to the beginning of the Goku Black Arc. As we know, Future Trunks escapes to the past after his future timeline has been cut to pieces. And when he comes to, with his past mother in front of him, he then spots Goku and mistakes him for Goku Black, but that misunderstanding pales in comparison when Trunks then spots Broly. And now, he's really on the defensive. Broly recognizes this boy. But from where? Then it begins to click. Something in the back of his mind has told his waking mind that he has met this guy before, and it wasn't on good terms. Broly starts to get angry. The feelings that his brains are fueling him with, they're not happy feelings. This guy did bad stuff to him, and Vegeta's plan to keep Broly calm has failed. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? How do you think this is going to go down? Are we going to have another battle before we then face Goku Black? Are we going to have to take precautions to ensure that Broly and or Trunks are safe? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you in the next video. Catch you later!